Good evening, gentle listeners. Welcome to the Petty Cash Podcast, where this represents the last of the Petty Cash. Joining me today are my co-hosts. I am your host for today, Vinny. Guys, what's up? Meet my co-hosts, Joseph, Charles, Danny, and Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, world.
What's up?
What's up?
How you guys doing today?
I just came from a matinee, so I'm a little sore, a little tired.
I bet.
Yeah, you look a little dead. But I'm tish.
As always. Yeah.
All right, that's a copyright.
I know.
Yeah, just like for those that have not caught on, I am currently in production I'm currently in runs for a production of the Addams Family musical, and I am currently playing Fester Addams. And we had a matinee performance earlier today, and I came straight from there to record this beautiful podcast. So I'm still all in full makeup.
It sounds dreadful.
Yeah, he looks like one of the war boys.
He was what a day! What a lovely day!
He's gonna ride eternal, shiny and chrome. But yeah, so I'm driving here for the podcast recording, and I hear this ink, ink, and I look in my rearview mirror, and what do I see? Uncle Fester at the wheel. And what's missing is the Doof Warrior behind him, rocking the guitar with flames. Some dude with a flamethrower. Yeah.
Flames exploding out of the exhaust fumes.
Oh my gosh.
Joe, what have you been up to?
Me? Oh, fuck, man. No, just getting stuff ready for work. I have been eating clean till that kind of got ruined yesterday. But yeah, eating clean for like 5 days and dude, nothing but like waiting for the weekends to like crave like junk food again. Yeah. So stuffing myself, but I'm like, dude, like I don't know, like I eat like with this little protein, like whey protein and all that, just to like build up like the amino acids and all that, and like I feel my stomach like like it's like in the need for like sweets and all that. Aww. Like where is everything? Like I need to eat.
Well,
You're like the druggie going, hey man, I can handle it.
Yeah.
speaking of sweets, it is time once again for our favorite segment, Trying Weird Snacks!
Uh-oh.
So Sabrina got me another little lovely Asian treat. So, gentlemen, let's give this a try.
Okay.
It is ramen flavored candy.
Oh my goodness,
that came from hell.
That's the hell I'm experiencing right now, actually.
Ew, disgusting.
Okay, so long story short, as we're getting this
I
prepared,
thought you said like ramen flavored.
that's what I thought too.
Thank you.
No, ramen soda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pleasant. Yeah.
It's kind of like a sweet tart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like sweet tart. Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet tart.
I mean, sweet tarts are better than these, but I do like these.
Wait, who bought them?
Me.
Did you buy them at that new place?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
They were there, and these were there too.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So earlier, I was with my family for lunch at the Queens over here at the Gilbert Downtown Center for lunch.
Oh, okay.
And the Queens is like a fancy Mexican restaurant, whatever. And so I'm trying to like look online because I hate when I look at a menu and I don't know what I'm looking for. So I go online, try to find pictures of the food, and nobody has a damn thing. So I'm like, shit. All right, let me look at burrito in the Arizona. Sure. I get that, and it's a burrito that's completely soaked in green chili. Like, it was just a monster. And I'm over there trying to eat it and enjoy it, but it's just like all nasty and sponge-like, and you can't even chew on it. You just swallow it. And by the time I even got done, like, my stomach is just up to here. I'm just sitting there trying to breathe. I'm like, this is the worst food coma of my life. Like, literally, as a Mexican, I can't handle Mexican food half the time. So it's like, this was one of those moments
Shame. Dude, I was munching down on a Philly Bees like nacho grande platter, the super nachos.
See, I'd rather have that.
Oh my god, dude! They like filled my freaking like to-go box, and I was like, just like it just
So
did, like all the.
good.
For me, I'm cutting this thing. I felt like I was eating a sludge. I'm like,
Was it blue tortilla good though? No.
no, I love blue tortillas, but
No. The restaurant Blue Tortilla.
No. That's what he was. Yeah, he was getting to.
yeah, no, I love blue tortillas. But Queens was just like, I really can't. I'm not saying it's bad, but I can't say I favor it at all.
Tortilla for the win. Ding, 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 ding.
Never
ding,
been.
ding, ding,
Shout out
ding.
to you guys.
Yeah.
Great food, great staff over there.
Gilbert Guadalupe.
Yep.
And no offense to Queens, I'm sure they got great food and all that stuff, but then the fact that it's a Mexican restaurant with no blender and they can't even make like the typical Mexican drinks, I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
And so after that, we went to what was it? The One Up Arcade over there.
Level Up.
Level Up. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, we went to Level Up Arcade. Everyone's playing the pinball machine. My family's over there laughing at the South Park one, just playing that nonstop.
Screw you guys! Screw you guys!
The farts.
Beefcake!
The farts. The Mr. Hanky. That.
Howdy ho! You killed Kenny! You bastards!
So today's episode, we're gonna dive into what we did a few weeks ago. So hear ye. We are going to discuss the Ren Fair and medieval times.
It was only a week ago.
I know, but like a few weeks ago, you
Oh,
guys went
yeah.
to medieval times, and last week we went to Ren Fair. So I figured we talk about that and talk about our experiences, what we like, what we don't like, and we'll just kind of go from there. Since it is weirdly enough, I'm watching every other state, and everybody's Ren Fairs are like perfectly aligned to the exact same time of the month, and that's
Interesting.
yeah. So like everybody I know that I follow in different states, all their Ren Fairs are happening at once, like ours. I'm like,
Interesting. I mean, I guess nobody
No
wants to
weather.
do theirs in the middle of a summer,
Yeah.
even for like the states that are colder than Arizona's. But I mean, I guess it technically is like the perfect time of the year for the weather to do Renaissance fairs,
Yeah.
or Renaissance
Right.
festivals,
And during this
whatever.
time, it's a gamble, too. It's either raining or sunny.
or snowing if you're in the other states.
Yeah, that sucks for them.
God forbid, like it was snowing here
can
in
you-
Arizona.
Can you imagine though a wintry Renaissance festival?
Oh, that's just Game of Thrones then.
You're not wrong there, but that would be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool, yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun. But can you imagine how bad it would be for the staff where they have to
Oh.
camp there?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Look at us all toasty warm in our cars.
They got like wool fur, like layers of fur in their
Get some
tents, and they're just
IKEA rugs.
outside.
Gosh.
Brace yourselves, winter is coming.
So a few weeks ago on Valentine's, you two went to medieval times here in Arizona. So why don't you guys tell me about that experience?
Yeah, I think we talked about this briefly an episode or two ago, but on Valentine's Day, what we usually do, or at least what we did last year, I took this little lady to North Italia, which is an amazing,
So good.
hipster, like fancy kind of Italian place. Like, probably the wrong way to describe it. That's what the vibe it gave me. But amazing food. I highly recommend the fettuccine alfredo, the chicken parm, and the squid ink pasta.
Oh yeah, the chicken parm is so good.
But this year, we decided, like, okay, I want to do something different. I want to do something special. Literally, we were like hanging out together one night, and I looked up medieval times, and like I messaged Joe and Charles specifically. I'm like, what do you guys think? Like, should I do it? Immediately, like, yes, do it. Yeah, you should do it. So, buying the tickets right next to her, she didn't even notice. Got the
Nope.
confirmation with the celebration package. So, come the night of Valentine's Day, I go over and pick her up. We start driving. I get on the 101. I'm like, she's got to notice. Like once we get on
Nope.
the 101, we start going down the 101. We turn off on the exit. I'm like, you know where we are, right? She's like, no.
No.
We're you know where we're going, right? We're going to North Italia. No, we're not. Where are we going? Look at my phone.
So good.
You freaking nerds.
Just to go back, I like how you had to ask like Charles and I like permission.
No, not permission. I'm just
like we were her parents. Like
no, but like I'm just like getting your guys'
Yes,
opinions. Like, hey,
take
do you
her.
think this would be a good idea? So
You have our approval, Danny.
You have our blessing. Take our child.
hey, I didn't ask you, okay?
Oh,
that's it. You wanna fight?
Ding 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 ding.
I'm not even talking about me, dumbass. I'm talking about these two.
You said our permission.
I'm speaking as if I'm them. Oh my god.
But anyway, so we pull in. I'd never been there before. Now, granted, it was supposed to be 3 years, like under 3 years ago. The two of us and our friends, we were supposed to go for our buddy Anthony's birthday, but unfortunately, that never ended up happening. So
the coof.
What?
COVID.
No, it was in 2019. It was like September 2019 we were supposed to go.
Well, we were supposed to go then, hey, let's do it next year, and then that
And
crap
then that
happened.
didn't happen.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we did talk about this last episode.
not last episode, but like an episode or two ago. I forget
okay.
which. But so we go up there and it's like, oh, this is really cool. So we get inside, we get our we check in for our reservation, and then one of the perks for the celebration package that I got was we got 2 complimentary pictures that we got to take at the very beginning of the night, and then the website was recommended we get there an hour before showtime. So like our reservation was at 8, so we get there at 7. We probably could have gotten there at like 7:30 and would have been fine.
We were waiting for a while.
Yeah, because never been there. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to follow the website's recommendations. You really don't have to be there until like at most a half hour before showtime.
Because of all the stragglers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just like looking at the gift shops. There's some really cool stuff, some really cool like mini dragon statues. Tempted to get, not gonna lie. But then like, okay, well, since we're gonna be here for at least like 2.5 hours, let's get drinks. Unfortunately, they didn't have any Angry Orchard on tap, so I just settled for this like mango slushy, which was really good.
I got the cherry slush. It was
Nice.
good.
And because we chose the complimentary glass. Oh wait, I think I have the one.
I should have brought mine.
As he runs away from the podcast.
Exactly.
He's
Yeah,
showing.
and I'm
it's
assuming
more
you're
of a
going to
tell
put a
and tell.
picture up.
Oh,
Okay.
That's
Oh,
really cool.
And then
Is it
mine
plastic
is all
or
black.
glass?
Is it plastic or?
Oh, it
it's
is glass.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
you'll have
really
to
cool.
put a picture up so that
Yes,
at least
we took
YouTube.
pictures of ourselves. So, the listeners can see what it looks like, at least on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, if you're only on our audio-only podcast, check out the YouTube channel for the visual part of this podcast.
You damn shill. I'm kidding.
So we get our drinks. We're just waiting in the lobby, and my friend, she is the technical like director manager of the venue. So like, oh hey Holly. So we start chatting up for a little bit. She's like, hey, let me know what you guys think of the sound, and then like if it sounds good, sounds bad, let me know afterwards. So like they get like the grandmaster or like the hype guy.
Yeah.
Like, greetings, locals. So like when the doors open, you'll be called in one at a time based on the color of your crowns. So
So good.
we were in the yellow area. So like it was like black and white first, yellow, and then red and gold, and so on and so forth. So
Green and
And blue.
And
yeah,
blue, yeah.
So we
Blue
get,
was our rival.
yes. So we get led down to front row of the yellow section, which I'm like, yes, right next to the action. We are immediately given dragon's blood, which is just tomato soup, but
It was good.
still good.
It's Campbell's delicious. It's dragon.
Ye olde Campbell's.
So we're just chilling there. Since I've been to medieval times, like, okay, so like, what's the menu look like? Like, when do I get to order and stuff? So I'm looking like, ooh, this stuff actually looks really good. It's a pre-selected menu, so everything that's on the menu, you're getting.
Yeah.
So they take away the menus, like, oh, do you guys want any other drinks other than water? Like, nah, we're good with water, and because we still have our slushes
Yeah.
slowly melting. So the show starts, and the Grandmaster / like hype man comes out on horse, and they slowly start introducing all the knights, and then it was a little bit after like the knights do. It was either a little bit after, or a little bit before the knights do the first challenge. And the queen comes out. We get the first round of food, which was half a rotisserie chicken, a few potato wedges, corn on the cob, and something else.
There was bread.
Oh, yeah. The garlic bread came with the soup.
The garlic bread. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So they brought all that out. I'm like, wait, we're getting half a full chicken? Sweet.
Yeah.
No
They don't-
silverware. So I'm like, okay. I'm just like, wing.
Are you gonna finish that? Eating hers.
There's nothing to eat. Gandhi.
Gandhi.
No, the food was excellent.
good.
It was really good. So after the knights do like 2 challenges, which the yellow knight was successful in his first challenge, so he comes by the section with flowers. Sabrina here gets the first flower.
And it was yellow.
Aww.
And
then
thus a rivalry was born.
So after they finish the first 2 challenges, then the knights go off to rest for a moment, and we have a hawk, like a hawk trainer and a hawk, come out and like do like a mini like example of the animal's flight, and that thing got really close to our head.
It was so cool.
It was really
though.
cool. And after that, it was like the first round of the jousting. I think first was the black and white knight and the green knight.
I think so.
maybe?
Yeah.
So Green Knight wins. Sorry, Black and White Knight. And with our package, we get a nice piece of cake, because I think the normal dessert they give us is like an eclair. Mm-hmm. So we get the cake and the eclair. Like, oh sweet, 2 desserts.
And we have the yellow flags.
And oh yeah, like the complimentary yellow flags.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cake was good.
The cake
Frosting
was
was weirdly thick. It was
Really?
like it's almost like brownie frosting, but almost even thicker than that. It was good, but just like it didn't really stay on the cake that very well.
Oh, it like tried
So
to
it had a
fall
mind
off
of
the cake.
yeah, it had a mind of its own.
A little bit. The cake's sitting there. All of a sudden, you see the icing's halfway off the table. And
It's like skidding away like a snail.
There goes the screen cheese.
but empty.
Eclair was okay. The cake was definitely better,
Yeah.
but I'm glad we got both. And then Yellow Knight and Red Knight went up next. Yellow Knight unfortunately lost. So,
So
Thanks for the
sad.
bad luck, guys. I'm kidding now.
so we move on to, I believe, the Blue Knight and the Red and Gold Knight. Blue Knight, I think, wins that one.
Yeah.
And then after that, the Green Knight. I think it's like a rotating story, but then the Green Knight comes out as the villain of the night.
Yeah.
Which, this is where my not complaint, but observation comes in. While I could hear that they were talking, half the time and half the performers, I could barely understand what they were saying.
Yeah, it was really hard to understand.
It's like, kill or be killed. Like,
Okay.
I heard some of that sentence.
He says he wants to kick your ass.
Kick his ass, Seabass. So the Green Knight faces the Blue Knight, kills the Blue Knight, and then the Red Knight comes out like, okay, what's gonna happen? And there's like, okay, he'll get vengeance for the Yellow Knight. Red Knight slays the Green Knight and is victorious of the night. And based on where we were, the action was like in the middle of the field, but then like they had like the Queen and the Red Knight come up to the audience for like the final ceremony, so it was a little hard to see on the far end of the auditorium.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I could have sworn like he picked up a little kid. I'm like, is that his daughter? Because that's what it looked like from my perspective.
Yeah, he did pick up someone,
He
but I
just
couldn't
picks
tell.
a random kid up.
Yeah, I don't know.
baby!
I remember that.
Huzzah, you shall be my new squire.
Well, how do you think they get new trainees for the show?
Now, you've seen Cable Guy, right?
Clips of it, not the whole thing, but I have seen like moments of that
Okay.
part.
You know, exactly. Okay.
Hello, Clarice. again.
Did you and Sabrina fight in a duel?
No.
All in mock time. Well, that was that was more Pee Wee. And
Sorry, I'm drinking here.
all right. That was a nice. Okay, so nice little prelude for medieval times. Where did we go? You're in charge, Vinny.
I know I'm in charge. I'm hearing all you guys talk and make quips. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna let these
Get
guys
off
take
your
the
phone,
lead.
damn it.
But yeah, medieval times was a lot of fun.
Oh,
and
yeah. I enjoyed
It's
it.
definitely worth going to at least once.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, we went to the Renaissance Festival for Time Travelers Weekend. And again, so I mentioned this earlier, like the Ren Fair was happening throughout other states, and ironically, in other states, they also had Time Travelers Weekend at the same time we did.
I guess it must be
Oh.
like a universal calendar for
I
everybody.
guess.
I think there might be like a group that runs like oversees several of the Ren fairs. So like there's like a head office, and then there's like the Arizona group, and then other groups. So I think
makes
there might
sense.
be similarities between them.
Who knows?
So And I think even a couple of the performing acts also travel a little
Yeah,
bit too.
they're
Like,
a
they go to
circus
other-
almost, so that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them, like the Angels, Tortuga Twins, and a couple of the others. So
Right.
The more you know.
The more you know.
But yeah, no, we went out to we carpooled with Joe. So Joe, thank you for driving us.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you,
thank you,
Joe.
Okay, hold up. The car drive to the freaking Ren Fair. So everybody's dressed up normally. I'm dressed up as Mario.
I'm not dressed up normally. So
What were you dressed up as then?
for my birthday was the day before Ren Fair, and my aunt, thank you, Becky. She got me a Peter Parker polo from the '90s Spider-Man cartoon.
Polo Parker. That's right.
So I dress up as basically like '90s Spider-Man.
balls, 90s fighting,
Bald '90s Spider-Man.
chameleon.
So, for some reason, the topic of Sylvester Stallone impressions came up in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, so of course, the Ren Fair picks a terrible time to do these events where Arizona transportation, they of course the freeway, there's construction and all that, so of course all the lanes turn into one lane heading up to Gold Canyon. But where Sylvester Stallone came from, God, wow, man, crap, it's on me.
Yeah, I think you started it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's gonna hopefully a video posted on the YouTube page and all, but I don't know. I think we were just playing songs or something like that, and we were stuck in one lane, of course, because everyone's trying to turn right to the to the event and everything. So it's just taking time. By the time it took maybe 20 minutes till we got there. So I don't know. We may be listening to Eye of the Tiger or
You're right. We were listening to the Rocky movie songs.
Yeah.
yeah, and so. I don't know what happened. Just to kill time, we were just doing all these impersonations and all that. I don't know who started it, but I think Charles and I we kind of carried it because we always start from the Brisk commercial, the old Brisk iced tea commercials, and then it builds up to okay, well, let's just
Eat a horse with cabbage.
okay.
That's Bruce, baby.
Save some of that for the sequel.
So, yeah, Charles can carry on a Mickey impersonation. I just follow as Rocky. So this is where Sylvester Stallone takes over. All right, everyone. Sylvester Stallone, all on the Petty Cash podcast here. Hey, everyone. You guys can talk to Sylvester Stallone.
How you doing, Sly?
You've really let yourself go, Rock. You're just being on a podcast now. How could you? You should be in there training. You're a bum.
Mickey, how'd you come back from the dead here?
I can never die.
Mickey. He's a ghost here. I got the eye of the tiger, Mickey. You know that.
I pity these fools for trying to do the impersonations.
And a cup of laying here.
There's a reason why I was telling you to drink brisk iced tea. It keeps you alive. Should have just said, you got the eye of the tiger and the IQ of a lima bean, Rocky.
Yeah. So
I'm dying now, Rock.
all right, just to dial it back down.
The joke that killed all of us was for some. We'll just go through it. I ate $1 of my son's crayons.
Oh, okay. So we're listening to Gonna Fly Now, all the songs.
Eye of the Tiger, whatnot.
And so how it got to this is just making up bullshit. The more I explain the joke, the more it just kind of kills it. So
It's so funny.
This is how it went. This was how Rocky's training went. So when I train, when I start training with Mickey, he told me I got to drink, three raw eggs for my diet. I like to drink 2 whole chickens.
You know, listen, Rock.
I just I split the difference.
Well, I'm not chasing the damn thing, Mickey.
There's more protein,
And then it goes on like during the car ride. With all our impersonations. Like we're almost getting to the entrance, but like I don't know what the fuck happened with my imagination, but it's just like I started thinking of like Transformers, and I was just like, and so Sylvester, he goes like, hey, I usually pour myself a bowl of Hot Wheels, and I pour milk in it. I pour the milk in it, for breakfast, and then I shit out a Transformer. So, as I'm saying this, Charles can't breathe. If you watch the video, he's like, ow.
Yeah, because like my cheeks are hurting, my stomach's hurting. I'm laughing so hard.
Like all the air was being sucked out of the car because Sylvester Stallone was taking over.
And down the window because I can't breathe.
We're using up all the air in there. And me, I have to like keep my mouth positioned like this, like I got punched in the face. So it goes on, and the joke, as I'm going on about my breakfast diet, I take a box of my son's Crayola crayons, and I start eating them. And then I had Vinny back here telling me, and then you shit out a Picasso. And I was like, no, I didn't shit out a Picasso. I pissed out a Bob Ross painting. Oh, the happy accidents!
You blew out the waveform, Rock.
Get them happy trees.
Ain't no happy trees, it's a happy accident! Help me, Apollo!
Holy shit, Rocky. You pissed up Jackson Pollock.
He punched in the solar plexus and he started shitting out rainbows.
He looks beautiful, Nick.
It was magically delicious.
Well, you never know, man, if I eat a box of Lucky Charms, I'm going to escort out little leprechauns. But what we do
get with Lucky Charms, eh?
what we didn't get from the trip was Sabrina, Sylvester.
I know. All four of us were doing it.
Peer pressure. There ain't no one here.
Come on, Sabrina, do it. We're gonna get a little bit of Soleil out of you, Yeah.
You gotta talk like this, but
you
you
good.
You just got punched in the face. Yeah.
Hey, Sabrina, just gently in the Rocky,
Here's Jenny in a row.
Come on, Sabrina, you got it in ya. I know you do.
I pity the fool who can't channel Rocky Balboa. I pity the fool.
Sabrina's gone.
It used to be my Adrian,
Holy shit.
In stereo.
So, okay, well.
I'm recording all this, and these guys are dying of laughter, and Joe's just like trying to keep it together in the steering wheel.
Like we're not gonna make it to the front of the entrance here. So of course Sylvester Stallone just becomes the topic of just this car ride. Like we're just like, oh crap, we're not gonna have enough energy because we just laughed our asses off. Thanks to Rocky and Mickey here. And so I don't know, Vinny. So we got to the entrance.
Oh yeah.
Of course, it wasn't like last year. It was like a long loop, waiting. It was just, it was very quick. So, of course, with time travelers, there was Ghostbusters there.
My friends, the Autobots, were there.
Oh, yeah.
Autobots.
Marvel characters, DC characters, whatever.
Many a doctors.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a very good David Tennant one.
Yeah.
out
Yeah, no kidding.
We
there.
ran
And a
into
very
few
chubby War Doctor. He ate John Hurt.
Oh.
He ate the 8th Doctor.
He didn't regenerate. He ate him.
That's what happens when we generate too late. You know, we just gotta eat the last guy who came before me.
Also, I want to point this out. The funny part was this guy was waving us into.
Oh
Ren
God.
Fair.
Okay.
He was waving us into Ren Fair, and as we're saying bye, like Joe's over here like finish line, yay! And the guy was responding to him. So we get there, we park, we're spraying ourselves with suntan lotion.
Even though it was a cloudy day, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
did. Yeah,
It gets sun.
You always gotta wear sunscreen, no matter the yeah.
Arizona's like night and day when it comes to weather. It's so bipolar here. It's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Especially this past week.
Like I literally. Okay, so we got through the entrance and everything. They didn't have like the funny girls from last year at the gate, but
No,
I
it
mean
was
there was
two
funny,
guys,
two
yeah.
guys, but they were okay. Well, yeah, we got through, and of course, like literally like 45 to an hour later, the sun came, and it was like looking at everybody. Yeah,
Yeah, no kidding.
I could feel it.
yeah.
making this bald head tan.
Thankfully, no.
Well, yeah, you had a big hat.
So, dude, we like, of course, we had everything like ironed out and everything. Helpful tips: bring a lot of water.
Make sure you don't open it until you get inside.
Yeah,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
chug it in front of the lady and all that.
Yeah. Or if you could somehow smuggle it in, which is kind of like what ended up with my thing.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah. Like, but yeah. Watch, there's gonna be some idiot, that's gonna implement like metal detectors over there. Just watch, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, no kidding.
But of course, helpful tips: make sure you always eat breakfast before you go. I know there's food over there, but people like would really start out with the turkey leg at like 10 in the
Nope.
morning. And
Nope.
turkey
That's a
is-
problem.
Big
right there.
mistake.
Yeah, it makes people sleep, obviously.
Dude,
So
it knocked me out within 20 minutes after I ate it, and we got into the car.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
in the car
Yeah.
ride, yeah, that's what happens. It's
I'm
just
over
like,
there,
ugh.
and I'm over there sweating too. I'm like, rolling down the window.
So, yeah, first thing we did, well, of course, we got to get the games out of the way. We did the axe throwing, which was awesome.
As always.
Yeah, and then we did the
Knife throw.
knives. Dude, like
I sucked at that.
the vendors were really, really, fun as usual. Of course, bring cash with you, obviously.
Yes.
They do have ATMs over there, but of course, we
Ye
don't.
olde ATM.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ye old Atim.
The privies, whatever.
The privies, yeah.
Privies, yeah.
But always, it's better to go to, I guess it's like tradition now, like go to the jousting first, because that's where like the real like games begin. I know like you could kind of sense it throughout the end of the day, like the actors probably get a little tired and all that. Of course, they probably just
Yeah.
got back from lunch, and so you can
All
tell,
hot
like,
and sweaty.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And they do this like 3 times in a day.
Oh,
so-
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And for the last 2 years, me and Joe, every time we sit in the front, we pull off the hook scene where we're like, Jack, he's our man. If he can't do it,
no one can. Yeah, well, so what's weird is like because what the audience, they haven't heard about last year, because at first we were like, let's stay in the shade, and I don't know what happened. It's either the sun came or we're just like, can't really do much, and then I think when like the announcers like showed up there, it's just like, let's sit over there. So like we sat down where the announcers were and everything, and that's where like I think we sit at the red and gold team side.
yeah.
No, the red knight and the
Red Knight and Gold Knight or something.
It was
or-
red and yellow.
It was the
Team
Griffin and then the
Sun.
The
It was
Sun,
the Sun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Griffin
yeah,
and Sun,
yeah,
So
yeah.
we were the Griffin and Sun team, and those guys were doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right at the,
Yeah.
right
red knight won his joust.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Split the shield in half.
dude. Yeah, that was actually a great first show.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
those
it was
guys-
really
I
good.
think we had the same old knight too, so we were
Yes.
like, yeah, you know.
yeah, he does like that dog bark.
Oh yeah, he does. Like, yeah, he does the Arsenio Hall show, like woo 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 woo.
He's got me in the front row as Super Mario going, woohoo! But then, what was that lady we always like to see on the horse?
Oh, the
She-
judge.
Yeah, the
Oh, the
judge.
judge?
Yeah.
We see me and Joe were always like,
But don't.
hey.
But don't.
Yeah, we're seeing us. We're like, hey, hey.
Don't forget, you have an internet girlfriend.
She's not real.
The shade continues.
So,
Joe, is your mic on?
huh?
Okay, it looked like the thing was down from my perspective.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah. So yeah, the cursor's just behind. So there it goes. Right
No,
there.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. All
Anyway.
right. So anyway, so yeah, the judge is flirtatious and all that. We try to bring up the thing. Of course, sorry, Sabrina. Danny, you can't anymore. You're like, oh.
I mean, it wasn't
Yeah,
tempted to, so I'm good.
so
I'd like to say something. Okay.
So we're all cheering and everything, and of course, whenever the enemy knights they walk by, we're like, boo! Our knight could have won, but then he did something, but then they took the point away, and we're like,
His shield fell out.
oh yeah, oh that's right, yeah, the shield fell out before the hitting and all that, and I think that. They always do that. It becomes part of the story, and you're like, was that really, or did...
Yeah,
Haven't they changed it up to where it used to be they allowed one shield drop?
I think that was what it was
and then
last
the
year.
the second one, if it happened again, then it was a penalty.
Yeah.
But this time they cut straight to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And then you're automatically lost a point. Boo!
Oh, come on. And then gave a point to the other knight for
Yeah.
being
So
chivalrous,
dumb.
air quotes here.
And we were like, rematch, and everyone what's funny is we carried it. There was these two other guys that were dressed.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah,
guy.
hilarious. Yeah.
And we were feeding off each other's energy and all that. So
Exactly,
of course,
yeah.
whatever we were saying,
Moon Man!
rematch, and then for some reason it carried on to the bleachers, and then it carried on to the cross. So it was rematch, and it became part of the show. We're like,
I demand a rematch!
And what's funny too is the prince there. He goes, question, he's raising his hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was I a good boy?
and they how old are you?
Well, he lives in a palace. He is the prince. He was treated
very,
with good manners.
Very,
Yeah,
very
apparently.
handsome. I mean,
Very Prince Charming.
More like Prince Clueless, but okay.
Prince Clueless, but
But it was entertaining.
Sabrina,
still.
was he hot?
He was okay.
Danny, you better say the right.
Just okay.
She don't like the luscious locks. She likes the smooth one.
Oh, jeez.
But that's a shine already.
Turtle wax.
But then she just secretly photoshops his hair onto Danny's head.
No. Very funny, Vinny, but no.
I'll grow my hair back out.
True. I know, but the whole time the guys in the back were like the guy with the good hair.
Guy with the good hair, yeah!
So, and of course,
God.
these shows run for 45 minutes to an hour or so. But if you want to see the whole story, if you want to see the full story for this, you have to attend all 3 shows. But it's just one of those things we got more things to do. So,
Plus, as long as the first show is entertaining, that's really
We
all
got
you
it.
need.
That's
all you really
Yeah.
need, yeah.
yeah, we got our money's worth and all that. And besides, the last show is usually at 5:15. So
Right before closing, basically.
yeah, curtain call is around. I mean, end of the show is 6 o'clock. So then you not only you have to deal with construction and all that stuff, the event blockage and everything. It's just getting out and dealing with the people too.
Yeah.
I will say though, the last part of the show, because a few years before I started hanging out with you guys, I went by myself, and I went to the last part of the show. I enjoy the hell out of that because you just see those guys slicing each other, blood splattering all over the battlefield. I'm just like,
Wait, there was blood. Why did you say
blood?
this now?
What?
you guys didn't know this?
No.
They slice themselves at the neck or stab themselves, and you just see blood just splattering everywhere. It's just like the Addams Family with the kids on stage.
Oh, foul death.
Yeah.
Sweet
Yeah.
oblivion. Open your arms.
Yeah.
As fun as that would have been, again, we hate people, so
True.
we love you, audience, but
But it was great though. They just really amped it up. They're over there dying on the field, just pounds of blood just shooting out. And I'm
but
just
there's kids there.
it was fantastic.
That's probably where they put the LC loose cannon rating on it for that one.
Maybe. No, now I need to look at the map and be like, is it on there?
And of course they get up, they bow. Yeah.
I can't help it, man. I'm in the Fester makeup still.
Okay, just for the audience listening, this image of Fester with that grinning face is going.
I'm just expecting him to like come running back with some like silver spray paint or something.
I changed my mind.
He's a war boy Fester.
What a day! What a lovely day!
It is amazing how like that look covers both Fester and the War Boys. So,
Yeah. So after jousting, we attended Vinny's friend's Sarah, her little belly dance group.
Yeah, the belly dance performance.
So we went over there. It was actually a pretty decent show.
Little fire stunts.
Yeah, the fire.
yeah, the fire was cool.
Kudos to you, Sarah, and your other
Yeah.
performers out there.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, they can really shake their stuff. Sorry, they can really shake their.
Their hips don't lie.
Yeah, I will say the musicians were really good too.
The musicians
yeah.
are really,
Yeah,
really good
live
too.
music.
They were fantastic.
Yeah.
The guy with them bongos and everything. I think he was the leader, but no,
Yeah.
it was really, really like good.
We saw those sisters.
Oh, first it was you three did the archery.
yes,
Yeah.
After that,
Yep.
after the belly dance, that's when we did the archery.
Charles is killing it over here.
Nah,
Oh, dude.
it's so good.
I love archery so much. I'm over there just. I was getting pretty damn decent shots.
So was Charles. Like, yeah, did you get bullseye at least like twice? Maybe not dead center, but at least like the center ring.
Yeah, I like stayed around that whole ring. Yeah, like,
So Charles killed at least
Yeah.
5 people with his archery skills.
Good shot.
Only 5.
Only 5. Oh, wow. Competition, guys. I would have to kill somebody now. But
still counts as one,
Vinny.
all right, who's the Legolas of the group?
That would be me.
Next was the torture like maze thing.
So yeah, okay,
yeah.
that one
okay.
too. It was just across from the archery, so we're just like, let's go in.
$3
So
15.
little side, side quip. There, what was weird is there was someone dressed up as a fucking World
Nazi.
War II Nazi. Like they had like the getup, like the kind of like the officer getup.
Yeah.
Like an SS uniform, but like they didn't have like the little swastika like armband.
Okay.
But like what was funny was like the guy at the gate of the torture dungeon, he was just kind of like looking. He was just like eyeballing, like, you guys see that too, right? And we're like, yeah, we
Yeah.
see them. And he was just like, should I say something? I'm like, well, if it doesn't have the thing, but I know where that costume comes from. So again, if the guy's like doing the salute, you might as well get him out of
yeah,
there.
no kidding.
And so hi Hemo, but so the guy's like, yeah, $3, come in. And so of course
And we went through the maze, which always
what
is
we're talking about.
I know.
the dungeon.
Yeah.
So
So we see the open panel in the roof.
Yeah, I did. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
that was kind of cool getting to see behind the scenes.
So I think they did that because they did set up this year fog machine throughout the maze.
I think they had a fog machine last year.
No,
they
not
didn't.
that one.
They it looks like what they're starting to get the animatronics and stuff revamped up because some of them were moving this year, and
I
again
didn't notice.
the fog was new to me, so I'm like, oh shit! So
Yeah,
I'm like,
at first we got like stuck. It was like some freaking
I know,
family
like a
that was
traffic
like,
What
jam?
happened? I couldn't see.
So what happened was that like it was just okay. So we thought it was the group in front of us, but it was a group like over that
Further
one,
ahead.
and they were just like stopping, taking pictures. I was like, come the fuck on! Like we're getting squeezed
Oh.
in here. So yeah, because it has to be quick, and you're kind of looking, reading at the same like torture devices that are in there. Again, I always thought that you could see the Iron Maiden again, but that's never in there.
there's so many like unique, horrendous torture devices that you'd never know throughout history. I mean,
Thumb crusher.
the body crusher, like the iron casket. Oh my god!
Oh, that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Like you can't see anything and you're slowly getting crushed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, ugh.
and the
Glad I don't live in those times anymore.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was the liar, and I could see where they got this for Terrifier with like the saw through like the fucking groin.
Oh,
Yeah,
that thing, yeah.
The little lie. Oh yeah, it's like the little liars. This thing called like the liar's torture device or something, but it's basically like this person sitting on this little plank wood, but it's like rolling, and it's not like a cylinder. It's actually like a fucking rectangle shape. It's like like hitting your fucking nads and shit. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
and the least torturous one was the wizard.
Well, there was the wizard, and then there was the one if you could take like the ridicule and all that. Like
Oh,
you're
yeah,
basically
public
you're
shaming.
public shaming. Yeah,
Mm.
shame. You know,
Exactly.
So.
And another one that was kind of inspired for, I guess, the Riddler from Batman. There's this one torture where they put a rat in a cage on your stomach, and they put hot cinders on top
Yeah,
of
it
the
makes
cage.
the rat dig into you.
Yeah.
Wasn't that also done in one of the Fast and the Furious movies? Like some
Yeah,
guy
that was part two.
Oh,
Too
yeah,
Fast
part
and
two,
Furious. Yeah,
Yep.
Cole Hauser. Cole Hauser. He basically takes like this like rat and he puts it on like one of this like fat auto mechanics like stomach and all that. So they put the pail over it, then he heats it up, and you could hear like the like you know.
Forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Never seen those movies.
Forgot about that.
No, that was really good. I did like Cole Hauser, you know, in that one as well. You know, Paul Walker and Tyrese Gibson in that. But after the torture dungeon, you know, it was cool.
Do we have food after that?
Well, we had food after the jousting.
Oh,
We
was it
had-
after jousting? Okay.
We had the meatball.
the meatball bread.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
so good.
we're definitely we're gonna get our drink on. So we started with like mimosas. I think you had
Da
both
Vinci
of you.
Colada.
Yeah, Da Vinci Colada, the Pina Colada,
which
yeah.
is really
I
good.
just had an Angry Orchard.
Angry Orchard, yeah.
That's my drink.
So Sabrina had the the mimosas.
I enjoyed the
because-
mimosa.
Yeah,
You guys have the fancy glasses.
yeah. It was like, ooh, look at us here.
Oh, look at all the commoners.
peasants.
Exactly.
Filthy peasants.
Filthy peasants.
If you guys out there love some good pina colada, the Da Vinci Colada was excellent.
It was really good.
But as Joe advised, if you're gonna have hard liquor like that, chase that down.
No,
with some
it's
good
not. Pina colada is not a hard liquor, but if you're gonna have some food in your stomach, but
Yeah.
obviously not a turkey leg, but you want bread, like bread in your system
Yeah.
for all the alcohol to soak up. So that's when we got the bread bowls. Definitely worked out in our favors.
Those are really good.
Yeah, I heard like different orders, but I'm like meatball. Then meatball, meatball, and then meatball. I'm like, God damn, really?
well, I was like debating between the chili and the meatball, but I was like, you know what? I'll do meatball.
Yeah.
About the only concern that I had with it is that it seemed a little cooler than I would have wanted it to. I wanted it to be a little warmer, to like melt the cheese.
Felt like mine
Yeah.
was fine. I think
Yeah.
they put the cheese on after they put the.
It's just
stuff in
sprinkled
there.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
They don't.
yeah,
They don't
but-
usually melt it now
Well,
anymore.
but I've had it in the past where it was melted, so I don't know. But it still was good.
Yeah,
Still was good.
yeah.
I was kind of a little bit peeved because the one soup I wanted was all the way at the entrance. It was like the royal baked potato soup.
I knew you were
yeah.
gonna bring that up again, but yeah.
No, I had to because I'm sitting there debating and I'm over there going. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll
next
get the
time, bring a
pasta.
Tupperware container with you. I'm taking it home.
No shit.
Yeah, so there you go. For anyone out there, but please bring a large gallon Ziploc bag or.
So you got,
yeah,
Mario.
Tupperware.
You got Mario over here with his friends eating some pasta.
And of course, what they really need to
Mamma
work on
mia.
is definitely like benches, tables there.
Yeah.
Like we had to walk not too far this time, but it was just like right here, and then just sat right next to this family and all that, and just
Yeah.
started eating.
It's always crowded.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because you usually people eat around the same time there. Like it just happens that way.
Yeah.
Right. Basically, it starts at 11:20, and then it goes until about
2.
like 2. Yeah.
Yeah. And so after that, there was something new at the Ren Fair, and of course, they had it marked. It was like the Transylvania roll. So we were just kind of curious. So of
Chimney
course,
rolls. Yeah.
yeah. So we were just like, okay, we have to walk all the way down to the wild pig pen, whatever booth and all that. So walked all the way to the far corner, and of course, we see like the wagon and everything. You're seeing this process how it's made. It's kind of like a pretzel almost, not a pretzel.
Say it's like a flat
like a-
cinnamon roll wrapped around a.
Yeah,
It's
that's
almost
what
like
I
a
put it.
bread cone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so how they do it is that they basically get the kind of like the little roller for like pizza dough and everything, but it's kind of like thick and everything. They basically coat it in like little melted butter, and so what happens is that they take the the dough and they wrap it on the little roller and everything, and then they let it fry by like the little charcoal, like barbecue it almost. And so you're just kind of watching this process, like, oh, okay, so it's like, what Vinny said, basically like a cinnamon roll almost. So they had these different flavors.
That's like 10 or 12 different flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course you have like the kind of I call it the what is it, the Wetzel's pretzels, cinnamon one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
So there was that flavor. There was a Tutti Frutti, which was basically like crushed, like I don't know,
Fruity
Fruity
Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles,
Yeah.
yep.
There was
They had
Oreo,
So
s'mores,
good.
They had like bacon, maple bacon, and something.
and
Peanut butter and jelly was one of them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, peanut butter jelly. Did anyone else have something different or?
I think I got s'mores. I had Oreo.
I
You
had
had s'mores.
s'mores.
You had brown sugar.
Me and Charles got the regular
And
cinnamon.
you just ate out
Yeah.
of mine.
And also the
Cheapskate. I'm kidding.
No, it was so big. I just wanted some. I just wanted to buy it.
Yeah, it was a massive treat. Like,
Yeah.
So it was really good for one, and of course with the cream cheese icing, it
Oh,
was
it made it
absolutely
even
Oh my god, the
Yeah.
green cheese, the chocolate dips.
And-
you have to get it with
Yes.
those things. So
It's like only $2 extra worth it.
worth it. Yeah.
definitely worth it. And then of course we're all waiting, and then some lady cuts Charles off to grab his, and so he had to wait a little bit longer.
yeah.
And of course we all go to the side, we enjoy it, and it was again very phenomenal, but very very filling, very
yeah.
filling.
With bread, what do you expect?
Yeah. Of course, like with the sweets, the bread, it was just kind of like, okay, like let's find a shade and eat all this, and then
So next to that was like the mug slider.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh yeah, we'll let Vinny finish this one. This
Okay,
is funny.
so Dan, I think Danny, didn't you try it first?
I did try it. Yes.
So Danny tried it like a few times, didn't get it. Charles, did you try it? Or
No, I didn't.
No, I
Joe?
tried it. Yeah, it was
Joe
us
tried
three,
it?
Yeah.
Did you get it close enough? Or?
No, it hit the wall. Yeah.
Okay, so the way this game goes, it's kind of like it's that game where you have like the salt on the table, you slide it, and so I put in a few bucks, and the lady's telling me that I got to get dead center on the circle to get a free mug. So I figured, all right, let me give it a shot for this because. So the only reason why I did it was because it's my brother's birthday that day, and I didn't get him a gift, and I figured, all right, let me try and win this so I could get him one. And I slid that sucker. I'm over here like channeling the force, like you get to the damn middle, and we're all watching this thing. It slides, and it literally is hovering between the dead center and the rest of the circle. So as far as I'm concerned, I got it, but they didn't count that as the official win. It has to be dead center on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, okay, but do you want to try again or?
The Carney catch 22.
Yeah. It was like,
But she
okay.
said that I didn't walk away empty-handed, so she gave me this official. I am quoting this official certificate of being knighted by the royal queen of Renfair. But the problem with this was that apparently they were there early in the morning and not there later in the evening. So we're all kind of like, what the hell?
we're not. You are.
Well, yeah, no, Mario here was determined to go get knighted by the queen. Okay.
He was trying to find his princess.
Apparently she was in another castle.
So all of us with all of us with mushroom heads going like, sorry, Vinny.
Oh
The
no!
king and princess or king and queen are in another castle.
Pretty good.
Thank you. I did see Yoshi earlier today, but that we'll get to that later.
What?
Anyways, yeah, no. So after we did all of this, we head up to the front. We're at this point. I think we were going out shopping.
Yeah, now it's just like goody, like get some good stuff shopping now.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, before that one though, we did do the Angels show.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep, the Angels. Yep.
Those girls, yeah, they're really, really freaking funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was okay.
they asked. So they were asking the audience to shout out franchises.
Do Batman. You said it like 3 times. Do Batman.
You Batman. You couldn't really hear because the fucking audio was like really, really bad.
Their
there.
mics were only okay.
Yeah.
The mics were terrible. The audio was terrible.
It was the speakers. I was looking at the wiring, and you could see how badly it was exposed to the
Oh,
elements. So I was
no.
like, "Yeah, it's like this. These speakers need to be replaced."
Let's shove these bitches in here. So
Exactly.
And of course, I shout out Super Mario, and they're looking at me because I got the hat on and everything. And I look at them, I'm like, woohoo! And they're just laughing and having a good time. And yeah, they were a good riot.
yeah, it was good.
okay.
So then after that, yeah, because you hate lesbians.
No.
Did I see that quiet there? Okay, no. So all right, after the Angels were done, that's when we went shopping, kind of looking for all like little gifts and everything. Did we stop anywhere near? Because it was right next to the jousting.
So it was close to the Three Angels is where you got your
Oh yeah. So I got a little the horn. You know, I always wanted these from like the Ren Fair and all, just so I could like pour my drinks in and everything. Of course, you know, you really don't want to use it after you buy it because you're like, I'm gonna clean this fucking thing first.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah, no, that was finally the thing attained. You know what? I am contemplating like, maybe go back there. You know, just one for the road. You know, just to end it and all. But
And you know what's funny? Earlier that week, I was telling you guys I lost my ticket originally.
Oh, yeah.
And after I got my car back from maintenance work, I look in the glove compartment, and there it is.
Oh, so you could go again.
Hey, there you go.
yoink! Sorry.
His car is still in the parking lot, Joe.
Oh, no, sorry.
I pay the fool who takes my ticket.
But
So we start making our way towards the front, and then Joe and Vinny here get their turkey legs.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, turkey legs. That was a must.
My first time having a turkey leg at Ren Fair.
It's hot.
I know.
It was like
I had a hard time.
it was like chewing on steaming hot jerky. Like it was just
And the barbarian me is looking at you, scolding. And just like
Sergeant Slaughter over here.
just eating it like a Romero zombie, like.
Wait, no. Before the turkey legs, I got my flower crown.
Oh, yeah.
And we're
Yeah, I
asking
wanted
the
a
lady to
flower
put it
crown.
on Danny's bald head after. It would have been perfect. Could have been like Homer Simpson. Just roll with it.
And then I went off and did some crossbow shooting, which I think the one they gave me
Was a
kept shooting,
kid? Yeah.
kept shooting up to the right. I'm like, you piece of motherfucker. Right. Aim more to the left. I'm only okay at it, but it was still a lot of fun shooting a crossbow.
You can feel the energy when they're going like this fucking game. I'm trying to circus like.
Okay, Vinny's like, yo, shoot more left. Like, shut up. I was trying to focus. I was like, I can do this. Two more left. Shut up.
I'm over here trying to help him. He just gives me the bird. I'm like, all right, fuck you. I'm watching Joe over here like throw darts at balloons, and the balloons.
Well, you were doing that?
I was doing that on the side.
No.
Just, killing time,
It was
whatever.
bullshit.
Dude, yeah. Well, like, okay, like all the balloons that were like where I would throw, it's like everything was up above. So if I were to like throw it, just the darts would go like, doink. Like
They were like dropping, and as soon as he would hit a balloon, that balloon would just bounce. I'm like, what is that about?
yeah, no, it was like the fucking again. It was one of those little kid darts and all.
Oh,
so
that
that's why it
shit's-
was like
No.
fucking A.
No.
Yeah, so,
Rigged.
yeah, I know. Yeah, rigged. Yeah.
Party games.
But even the crossbow one, it was just like something looks junior size about this.
It
Yeah.
was still fun to shoot, though. I will
Yeah,
say that.
yeah.
I would say if I want to go do again is the axe throwing, because me and Danny knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, you guys did really good.
Did. Yeah, and
You're like a man.
I'm over here with my hat on, like, let's go.
oh god damn it, Mario! You killed the guy.
And after that, we did a little bit more shopping. I went to it was like really close to the crossbow area. There's this shop that has like flags, art, and bags. I was like, went over looking at the bags, like, oh, this is cool. This one's really cool. It's this gray bag with like this black and like silver dragon with red eyes. I'm like, okay, this is actually kind of cool. I want it.
He got himself a purse.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
really
because that
nice.
was the
Satchel.
that was the dragon art person that they always have this one artist or a group of artists that do dragon art, and I always like to go in there to see what they have because I did it was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago or something. I got a really cool fire dragon one. It's you see it when you go into my kitchen. But so yeah, I'm in there, and all of a sudden Danny's like, "Ooh, check this out!"
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's a pretty cool bag."
So yeah, pick that thing up. Then we head over to the
the souvenir shop.
Souvenir
up front.
shop,
Yeah.
yep.
Well, before that, you know, as you guys were shopping, me and Joe were finishing up our legs. I got my almonds and roasted pecans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Finishing
yeah.
up our legs, shaven. Sorry, our turkey legs. So yeah, Vinny gets his almond. God, dude, we got to do like the whole like the J.R. Tolkien version of our Ren Fair trip. So then Vinny went to get his journey for his roasted almonds.
Listen, man, I will go out of my way. to
No,
get
no,
more
those were
Wisconsin.
good. Those were good.
They were a bomb.
Yeah, they were really good.
And then, as you said, we went to the booth at the very front where they sold the official Ren Fair mugs, and I got the big chalice mug for my brother for his birthday. And what's funny is, so to add with this, when I got it home and I brought it, they thought that I forgot, but I was like, no, I got that for you. That's yours. And he's like, all right, cool, thank you.
Oh.
And then I got you the big circle mug.
Yeah, and I got a pin and a shot glass.
Yeah, and I got one of the big mugs as well, the tankards.
Yeah.
And apparently, I ended up with the very first one.
You got so
Yeah, you
lucky.
got one out of what, 2,000?
It's like 600.
600.
600.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm looking it over. I'm like, oh, cool, because I wanted a hearty tankard, to drink stuff out of. I'm looking it over. I flip it over on the bottom, because see, oh, what's the stamp on the bottom? And it says 1 out of 600. I'm like, what? Because I didn't even pick it out. The dude just grabbed one off the shelf and was like, boom, here you go. I'm like,
The very first.
Sorry, Charles. All of them say it.
yeah, I know. I was wondering that. Yeah.
It's like, so bitch.
Oh well.
But okay, so what was really strange about this time at Ren Fair? Time went really
it
quick.
did.
Like we got there at 10, and then literally looked at our watch 2:14, and we're like,
What?
"What?
Yeah,
What
exactly.
happened?" Yeah,
Yeah.
we're like we felt like we didn't stay like.
Well,
stay at a
it wasn't
booth.
just time travelers; it was time warp weekend.
yeah.
It was like we traveled through time within 2 minutes.
And then we left literally at 4:30, 4:45. We're like, okay, time to go. So
Beat the traffic.
beat the traffic. Even then, that was like,
Yeah, leaving was rough still.
And
Well, once we got on the 60 again, it was fine.
just
Yeah.
zooming by. So
I passed out.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone in the backseat almost passed. Well,
Once again, I
always get
can't
sand
because I'm
away.
squished in the middle.
She can't lay on his shoulder.
I'm over here sweating. I'm like, throwing down the window.
The slide at Sabrina's arm. Like, here's her trying to sleep in Danny's shoulder, and he's like,
He shoves you aside. Vinny goes flying out the window.
you just see him at the door flap open.
And the next thing you know, you just see me with the Bruce Banner theme song just walking down the highway. Oh, yeah, did we make that joke at Red Fair too?
Oh, yeah.
I was just like,
Nah, I think we saw some homeless looking dude or something like that, and yeah, just playing the Lonely Man theme. Yeah,
you just see Mario on the freeway like, yo, I need a ride.
keep going, run him over.
Which that was pretty entertaining. Throughout the whole event, people kept pointing out, oh, hey, look, there's Mario.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone's like,
And I'm like, how?
And not a single person like, Spider-Man, come on!
I got the polo, damn it.
I know, everyone's like, Mario. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And they're like, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, I just want to come to Ren Fair, look for the princess, but I couldn't find her, And they're like, don't you eat mushrooms? Every once in a while. I can't eat them too much.
They make me feel big.
Want some shrooms, man? the X-throwing guy.
Somebody actually tried offering me shrooms.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
What the
the
fuck?
X-throwing guy.
I was like, no, I'm good, thank you.
Taking it, dude. Be like, oh, how much, dude?
Hey, man, you can't.
And we were all on LSD. The car ride back home.
You'll just see me all high, woohoo. Trying to punch out some blocks.
So once Friends Fair is over, we head back to the apartment and we have a little bit of a birthday cake.
Yeah, that was a good cake.
Yeah, it was.
Bashes, man. They have a great bakery.
Super sweet.
What kind of cake was it again?
Red velvet.
Red velvet. Yeah.
Best.
Me being the crazy one here of the group, I threw mine in the microwave for 10 seconds or something.
Yeah. So I finished slicing the cake, but it's like, hang on, move over. I was like, what are you doing?
Okay, this goes back to Charles's topic of what's normal, what's not normal. So yeah, definitely we were totally against it.
You don't put cake in the microwave, man.
Put cake in the microwave.
Cake is supposed to be cold.
You can put your head in the microwave.
Well, between that and then the varying sizes of cake slices, because Danny would
my
not
God.
open the box.
Open the damn box.
I'm gonna reuse the box.
You open the box and you tape it back together. No,
So-
try to wedge it.
Okay. So with Danny's cake slicing, we're gonna go with Charles's works T-shirt sizes. So there was a small, there was a medium, there was a large, there was an extra large, extra small, extra large, and then there was half the cake. and so like I was just like, well, I'm watching my diet, so I'll just take the smaller slice.
The best way I can explain the cake size is the way Fluffy explained, where it's like there's big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and damn.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, we need to add one. There was like the.
Oh hell no!
Hell no was the other half of the cake.
It was good, wasn't it?
It was good.
It was
good.
good.
It was really good. He's like, you shut up.
Oh my god.
But after that, we were all loaded up on Ren Fair food, sweets, and it was just like, yeah, it was like 7:30. We're like, okay, we're going home because we're about to pass the fuck out. Yeah, I didn't even survive at like 10. It was just like, poof,
Yeah.
Yeah, I crashed.
I needed water really bad because I had that
same.
headache. I was passed out on their floor, and then as soon as I got home,
Yeah, you did.
A minute or two.
dude. As soon as I got there, I dropped to my knees. I'm like, ugh. And as soon as I got home, I took 3 of leave. Kept drinking water because for some reason I was dehydrated as hell. So after that, I just showered, went to bed, and that was it. But all in all, this Ren Fair was
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a great fun time with these crazy monkeys and just
oh, I'm gonna miss it though. That's for sure. Man, okay, have fun without me.
next time I'll go. We'll just carry your banner with the name on it. Yee Joseph.
House of Lilogin.
There you go.
I shall return.
And it says on the bottom, the true king.
Joseph is coming.
Jesus. All of our old acquaintances, motherfucker.
Praise be to Lilogin.
All righty All right. So
yeah.
I think we're going to wrap up this episode. This was a great episode to talk with you guys about Ren Fair and medieval times. So hear ye. This is the Petty Cash Podcast. Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Huzzah. Huzzah. This is the Petty Cash Podcast, where as always this is the last of the Petty Cash. I am your host, Vinny. Charles.
Yes.
He said, Joe? Yes. You want to redo that?
Take 2.
So I'm your host for today of the Petty Cash Podcast. I am your host, and here I have.
Charles.
Joe?
Sabrina.
And Danny.
And remember, you crazy folks, slow down, chew your food.